Alright, meteorologist Dean Davis and the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. We're going to talk about from near to long range models across the country. So, we're going to talk about how this may play into snow here in Virginia, up to the Northeast. We're going to look at some stuff from the Climate Prediction Center. So, this is going to be more of a long range model slash pattern type of recording here. So you see we have a low pressure system out here across the Illinois, Indiana area. And you'll see that some southwesterly winds going to move to the area. We're actually getting some gusty winds here for Sunday here in the Roanoke area. As you see, as a storm moves in tomorrow to the northeast, ice in northern New Jersey, snow in Connecticut, snow in Massachusetts. Starts off as rain, but watch this. It rapidly bombs out, or bombogenesis occurs when you lose 24 millibars of pressure in a certain amount of time, and you will see what happens there as the rain changes to heavy snow along the Cape with 60-mile-an-hour winds, probably some blizzard conditions. Crazy going on there. So we have the next system moving out into Texas, which could bring some heavy rain. Maybe a few thunderstorms also because they're around a low pressure system. This storm needs to be watched because the cold air will be put into the area. The thing is, if this thing continues its western movement, it will miss us. If it turns a little bit, which some of the models do, we would get some snow. So that's what we're waiting to see if the models come into agreement with that. But this GFS model is showing the thing moving straight to the east. So we would have the cold air, but no ability to get the storm to occur. So that would, and this is the new model, 00 model run moving in. So this is as far as the models go. We got another system trying to do that here. So this is blocked high. And remember, highs have this. If this is pushed north, this could be interesting. So the stuff we have to continue to watch. And that's your GFS run right now. We're going to move it over now to your to the Canadian model. See what the Canadian model is saying about the situation. And so this left off where we were with, because this is pretty much the same thing in the idea of what's going to happen up to this point with the Canadian. With this, the high pressure gets pushed away, and we have another low, but the low is developed back here. So what would need to occur is this energy would transfer to the coastline or move to the east and get cold air in behind it. See, the problem is the 540 line's all the way up in Maine. So we would need cold air to come in, and that just doesn't look like it could occur. I mean, but it's pretty far off. This 540 line's way to the north. This would be mainly a rain, and with a low pressure, you have turning. So we'd have to see if this would develop thunderstorms, and this would be towards Tuesday. So, very interesting pattern, to say the least. This is what the Euro kind of states. As you do see the low there. You see the moderation of temperatures. The other low, there's the bombogenesis that occurs off the coastline. See, the thing is, where this low is placed, if we were to get that thing to turn a little bit, this high doesn't, the Earth shows this high being a little further away. So if this thing could get a little bit of a turn, or move northeast into some of this cold air, we could have a potential system, and there's troughing here, so that's what we have to watch out for. Will the Euro basis occur? But then the next storm, obviously, a major warm-up, so you're not going to really see the storm I'm showing you be an issue. Maybe an issue for maybe some severe weather towards the 21st, because it'll be a really warm, unstable atmosphere in front of a low pressure coming out of the Midwest. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. And so we'll now go to the CPC. Here's the sad part here, okay? We're actually going into a good phase of the MJO. The Julian Oscillation. We're actually, this 8, that's one of the better areas to actually get snowfall. So that's why you're getting snowfall in the Northeast. I mean, the MJO is in the 8, so it's a good thing, but it's just not good enough down here. NAO. So let's take a look where we're at here. The NAO will sink to a little into the negative over the next week, but then go positive. Not a good sign for if you want to see snow here, at least in the next week or so. PNA is positive. That's a positive in the area for snow. A positive PNA and a negative NAO is a good thing. How about the AO? The AO will go positive too, so that also will lead to good potential. So the NAO just needs to be the one that kicks in. The MJO, the AO, and the PNA are in good blocking patterns for a snowstorm. That's why you're getting them up north. But like I said, it's becoming difficult to get a storm down here in the south at this current time. This obviously is your blocking patterns here. So it pulls around. The United States is right here. So high pressure is in the wrong area. That's just what it comes down to. The high needs to be where the low is, and the low needs to be where the high is, and we'd be in good shape down in the south. One thing that is interesting to me, actually, is more of a La Nina push here. We've been in the very much close to the area where we're in the neutral zone. We have a little La Nina showing up here, obviously with the blue here. Once this warm water catches back up, we're back in the neutral stage. So we have a chance, and we have had statistically snow in the Roanoke area in March and April even. So we're not done with the potential. It just is right over the next week and a half to 2 weeks. It's going to be rough to get. Be difficult to get a storm. Only if we get good blocking pattern, it would be sufficiently helpful for the snowfall. But unfortunately, a lot of the other factors, as you see in the model data, doesn't show that potential. If that one low that I showed you at the beginning would move north or northeast, it would give us the best chance of snow in the next week and a half. So we gotta watch it. But the longer range actually is basically sticking with a positive NAO. If we need a negative NAO with the other two positives that we had with the AO and the PNA. If we get a negative NAO, we likely would get a storm. So the Northeast can enjoy their continued snowfall. And pretty soon we'll be heading into severe weather season, so it's probably roughly about a month away from when I start putting together my severe weather outlook for the year. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. So this is more about a long-range model forecast, and hopefully you've learned a little bit of something here. We'll talk to you again a little bit soon. Northeast snow looks pretty nice this next coming day or two. So we got to keep watching on that too. So we'll keep up with you here at the Weather Pros. Meteorologist Team Davidson, thanks for watching.